Okay, starting another video. For this one here, I'm going to continue where I was. And that was me refactoring everything so that it doesn't have to be in the runnable in the Unity editor. The script here called this is look, it's even bugging out right now. The line renderer thingy, let's go see here. This one. This one. So this entire thing has been designed to run as kind of a tool, but a lot of the data that the line renderer is going to be using in order for it to draw its spline is generated only at runtime. So big pain in the butt, and I'm not very familiar with editor running scripts like editor tools. Something I should learn, but it's not something I'm super familiar with yet. So I want to bypass that entire thing, even though if it can be functional and useful. I'm going to strip out the entire thing here and go with mono behavior. Does it require this? No. Does it need this? No. Okay, it's pulling this now. Okay, 1 second. Let's grab the line renderer here. Line renderer smoother. What I could do is just do one of these. And by one of these, I mean put the whole darn thing in this script. Now, what does it want here? We don't need line. We don't need initial state. We don't need smoothing length, and we don't need smoothing sections. Those are right here. Right? Now, what else do I not need? Target, smoother, line renderer, smoother, target. What is a smoother? So this wants things. What does it want? Oh, that's because it had this, right? And that made everything happy. Not everything. Not everything. Well, it's here now. Why is it still complaining? Okay, could be that it's referring back to line renderer smoother, this one here, and I took out this bit. No? I don't know. But I'll tell you what I will do. This whole thing now is going to be in the other script, so I'm just going to comment all that out so that as I work on the other script that contains already all of this, I won't have clashes with errors. Okay, so let's see here. This is now a mono behavior. Now I'm using some GUI stuff. But I'm not going to want any of this GUI stuff anymore. And what is target? Why is it saying target doesn't exist anywhere? Okay, so yeah, all this here This is on enable stuff, not needed. Bezier curves I need. Expand curves, sure. This stuff here, line renderer stuff, no. I don't want to require this. I don't think that's necessary. So, okay, save that super quick. We got a ton of errors, a ton of problems. Let's fix them. Let's fix them. So line renderer smoother is kind of like, it should be this, really, at the end of the day. I mean, what was I calling smoother before? Let's just see real quick. It was it was this thing. It was just this thing. Okay. And then when I call like smoother.game, yeah, I don't need to. Okay, well maybe we'll keep smoother. It's like a singleton. So I think that's what singleton is. So that's okay. Don't need this. What is this? Yeah, this, I think this here is kind of like the update, but for the editor. So I'm gonna want to redo these functions, right? So I'll rename these functions, and I will call these functions from another script every time I like select a new tile or something. So for that to work, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do yeah, it's trying to override because it thinks I'm doing public override void. What does the script do? It sets the initial state and it checks probably the unit. Yeah. Okay. What is this one? Editor, layout, begin horizontal. So okay, so I'm not entirely sure. I know this one here is important, and that one there basically is update positions, right? Update curve. Line. I'll write line positions, but I might rename that later. It's not going to be an override. It's just a normal one, right? It's not going to be a button. It's going to be a do it. So it's not a button anymore. It's just how you're going to do it every time this thing gets called. This is kind of pointless. Okay. So it's doing it on the selected unit on the game. So that's fine. Line shapes. I'll write shapes because I'll be using this. I'll use the shapes plugin. Now, this next one here is the editor GUI layout, begin horizontal. Okay, so I think, and I'll read it to make sure, I think this is just Just serialize it in the inspector maybe, but we'll see if it has any functionality. So I get if the count is, oh, I see, and there's a smooth path function, but only if this. So I think what I could do here is let's try something. So basically, go check the battle controls move count. If it's got more than 3, then, you know, go ahead and smooth the path. This is no use to me anymore. Okay, bool line renderer path are the same. Line renderer path and initial state are the same. Line renderer path. These are getting to be a little bit... So this is not going to be of any use to me. But it could be of use if... might be useful. What does it do if they're the same? Interesting. This is a vector 3 function that we were talking about earlier. Why is it not working? Is there something wrong with... I'll get it out of that one and just put it here. Is something missing? System link was missing. And I don't remember what this does now. So this, what it does, it checks if it has the same thing. If it does, have the same thing, then I'm putting it into positions. Positions. Oh, okay, I'm setting the count and then I'm making it. What am I making it? Okay, I'm getting the positions again. Okay, that's good. I don't know what this is. Never seen that before. It's a special checker or something. Returns something for vector 3 lists, I think. And it's an INumerable, which is strange. Okay. What is the next thing that it wants to do? Okay, that's just a reset. Not needed. Applied modified properties is probably not a function in here, but general thing about serialized objects. So I think this will do. Good. Now, that's the update shapes position. And this will update current using current unit. Using current unit that it fetches from battle controller. And that will update this one here, the initial state here. These ones here get updated. I'm not entirely sure what this does. That's really of any use. But I'll leave it there because I might be able to do some checks with it for something else. But here's really where it happens. And then also it does a smooth path. And let's go see what the smooth path is. Now, smoother dot smooth line positions equals. Now what is this here it's complaining about? Smoothing sections is an int. Right. Don't need int value. Don't need int value. Because it's right here. That could be just the way things are written for inspectors. Okay, curves. Don't need int value. Reset values when inspector doesn't freeze if you use lots of smoothing sections. Don't need any of this. Right, this here is going to do something. It's going to use this curve somewhere. Curves get segments. So here, I feel like this is going to be the Bezier part of the thing. It's going to smooth the path. And it's going to put everything into smooth line positions. Perfect. Smooth line positions is really the output that I'm looking to get. All right, what is all this other stuff? On-scene graphical user interface. Now, handles and colors and things, that's fine. What is curves though? Curves.length. See, this is important. So draw segments. Okay. So on scene ensure curves. So it creates a smooth path. But I feel, how does it create a smooth path when I get to here? And how has it not already sort of done the tangent information? Because the tangent information is being done, I think this is the update, on every frame. So this would probably need to be done before smooth path, I think. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Okay, what's going on in here? Curve.length. It's current position, that's fine. There's a lot of them. Last position. So the handles don't need any color. And we don't need to define the float value here. If I does not equal 0. So again, this is all user visual, doesn't need anything. Okay. Don't need to say float value. And I don't need any visual for that. So that should be good, but I don't know where this is going to get called. That's the problem. I should probably call this... What is this doing? This is doing the tangents. I'll call it tangents. And for that, it's going to be using the curves.length. And where does curves get defined? Where does the length of curves get defined? Oops. Right? I have it here. Now, where does it get defined? At nowhere. At no point do I define curves. Isn't that funny? It gets in this script, yeah. But the thing I'm doing right away is I'm never saying, I'm just saying, hey, smooth it. Now, could it be that it would be 0? Something's wrong, isn't there? The question I'm asking myself is this is this tangents thing. I don't think it would need to go here and then the smooth. I think the smooth is what is defining. But I am not sure here though. This might be one of the reasons why the results was 0, but I'm also pretty sure that it was also because it was running in the editor and some of the data was missing. But I get the impression with curves staying at 0 and nothing ever defining it anywhere. It might be y, or it will be at 0 all the ways. Wait, what is this here? If curves equals null. Oh, ensure curves match line. I think this one here. Hold on. There we go, right here. That's where I make it happen. See, if it's null, meaning there's nothing, or curves.length does not equal smoother line position count -1. So smoother line should be this here. Dot count or dot length. There we go. Right, then curves equals new Bezier curve. Okay, that's where I do it. But hold on, let me make sure. Smoother line positions. I don't think it's smooth. I think it's initial state is what I want. And I think this is going to go here. And I think I'm going to go with initial state. I'm not sure. Let me try initial state. Because then what it could do is it could set the tangents using the initials and then smooth out the path. Let's see the smooth out the path here. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, okay. Now, draw segments. Draw segments. Let's see what this wants to do here. Handles and draw lines and all sorts of... So this draw segments bit, I could put directly into the draw shapes. Let me move this over to the right. And there's a immediate mode drawer. Draw shapes. That's the override. I think it would be open. It might be under board view. Board view? Just gonna move this over here real quick and see if it is here. Let me just do a search for it. Draw shapes. Yeah, board view here. So here it draws everything. Including the projected path, and so here's the line. This doesn't get referenced at all anywhere. What am I doing? I'm drawing the line here. I'm drawing the line here. Okay, well, let's do something else now. Draw segments. Excuse me. So this is just a bunch of color stuff. I think what I want to do here is I want to do this. And I think what I want to do is with this draw segment, I want to put it into the board view. And I want to put it here. And what I want to do here is I'm going to do one of these. Like this. And then what I want to do also is in the board view, I want to have a reference. Just move sequence builder. Just somewhere where it kind of makes sense. To align a renderer smoother, and I'm going to be calling it smoother or Bezier. This is going to be public. Let me errors everywhere. Gosh darn it. Well, let me keep doing it. What did I call it now? Gosh darn it. Bezier smoother. Bezier smoother.curves is not public. Smoothing sections. It is public. Oh, I can do that. I have to do this. Okay. Now, I don't know what the hell these handles. Let's try doing handles.color equals color.white. Sure. Handles draw a line. Okay. How am I doing it here? One moment. I don't think I care about the color right now. Polypath. What about polypath? I know works. I'll do polypath. There's a draw line here. What is draw line? +1. Okay, it wants... It's going to want... This is an int? Oh, it's a vector 3. 2 vector 3s. Yeah. Where do I define these vector 3s on this one? I create the new one here. Oh. Polypath. Interesting. Interesting. I could put all of them in this path. I don't think I need any of this. Let's just try it and see. I think what I could do is something as simple as this. For each one of these J bits, hold on, I deleted too much stuff here. For each one of these J bits, I'm going to add a point. A point is segment J. That's all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it like this. Now, I don't know. Probably not going to work because I did a lot of things. And, but, oh, errors are here still. What's all these errors? Okay, this is the part I just refactored into the other bit. Let's get out of here. I just need to make sure that the line renderer is smoother. Don't need this, don't need this. On the board view, I'm going to add a line renderer smoother here. And there should be a public section now for the Bezier smoother right there. I should be able to just drop itself here. Good. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll make a black hole. But let's see if I draw 2 white lines when I choose a character. I am not drawing 2 white lines. Now, I was hoping something would show up. Null exception. Oh, that's the input controller. Nobody cares about that. Let's not do maximize on play. No, I should be calling it. Okay, let's try something else. Let's make sure we're going in. Line renderer smoother, right? Oh, I might not be doing it. Oh, I'm not doing it. I would have to do a update line shape position here. Now, when do I do that? Well, it'll be under the board, under the thing, under that. So what I'll do is thinking. This is the one I want to call. And I want to do that every time I push the button in the battle controller state. Battle controller. Where's the battle controller? Can't see it there. Let's just go here. So when I go into movement, down here, base ability. Oh, here's more movement here. Movement target state. This is the one here. So every time I push the button, every time I push the button on fire event, I would argue also every time I push the B button. What is this? Update current target to move seek. These are making no sense. You gotta go read them to go and see what the hell they're talking about. Okay, so it does stuff. Fine. Here, the update colors is a good place to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say owner.board.Bezier smoother dot what's it called? Update line shape position. Ah, shit, where is it now? Battle controller. Update line shape positions. There we go. I'm also going to do that in the B. If B is pressed, and what is X? Yeah, all these. Okay, good. Let's do that. Let's try it again. I'm looking to see 2 lines. Doesn't matter if the second line doesn't look good. Nothing. Line renderer smoother. Something is not referenced. I did move this script to a new position. Git component and parent. Game view system. Why is there a line renderer on this? Did it? Wait, hold on. Remove component. Okay. I forgot to take this out. I'm curious if this is going to get updated. Initial state. Actually, no, it wouldn't because I got errors, right? It's not getting this. Oh, no, I have it on awake here. What if I just do start instead of awake? Oh shit, I don't know. Well, that should do it. I could do where did how am I gonna I used to work. That used to work. I could just do this here, put it in here. It'll do it when I click the button. Should work. I'm thinking it's because maybe it didn't get didn't get created yet when it's calling awake. I don't know, we'll see. Nope. Error, same spot. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm being silly. What the hell is smoother? Oh, it's this. I could just do this. It should be the same thing, I believe. I might be able to remove all these smoother bits because I'm not too sure what this is. Let's see if I get an error now on this bottom one. It is being called when I click a button. That we know because the error is showing up when we're in there. So, okay, now is this going to be the next one down? It is. Okay, so the problem is this thing here. I don't need to do this smoother thing, whatever the hell that is, and all these red bits are done. Good. Let's try it now. We'll see what the next error is going to be. Okay. Okay, it's getting added. Neat. It's getting added. Very good. Very, very good. There's smooth line positions. They're all at 0, however. So that's not good, and there's a ton of them. They're all at 0. Not good. Curves. Okay. Curves are also at 0. So, something's going on when I'm writing the curves and the positions. But the raw character positioning, like the hex positions, are being put in. So that's very good. Okay, good. That's a step forward. And now let's go see what's going on here. This is working. This seems to be working because it's creating a lot of new segments. The problem is that the segments themselves being generated under curves and smooth lines here are. I do not need a line renderer here. Let me take that out. Curves and smooth lines are 0. They're not creating anything. So let's go see here. What am I doing here? I'm adding it to the initial state. Good. I'm ensuring the curves match the line renderer positions. That is not working. So curves, if curves equals null, or curves.length does not equal this, right? I'm going to create some new curves, which it does. It does do that. The new Bezier curve looks good to me. Okay, so it simply creates a new Bezier curve. It doesn't put anything in there. Let's go see here now. Wait, where was I? Here. So it creates the length of the curve. It does not put anything in there. Now, if it's bigger than 3, right? Let's go ahead and create some tangents here. So, it does this thing again. For some reason. And what does smooth path do? I wonder, this is silly, but I'm just going to try this one. Because I remember when I first put the tangents on top of smooth path, I wasn't sure if I needed to put it on top or on the bottom. So I'm just going to, before reading everything, I'm just going to do that and see. If my memory on something I had in mind earlier is good. No, it's still, oh, even worse, I'd say, maybe. No curves. Smooth line. Okay, so this is still good, but this is still 0. Not good. Okay. So that's not where the issue is initially coming from. Now, part of what it is I need is to use the initial state. So if I'm smoothing paths, could it be this? Ooh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. What is it doing? Let me think about this here objectively. Smooth line positions equals, sure. Oh, here. I feel like it would be that. No, what does it want here? Oh, it's a line renderer function. No. What the hell is get this? What is this? Bezier curves. So what I do is I put in the subdivisions. So by the time I get to here, I feel one moment, I'm thinking. I should already have the tangents made, I think. And right now, what am I doing? I'm going to put the tangents on top. Because here what we're doing is we're manipulating the curves in a way I think that's going to give it its vectors or whatever. And then I could split them up here. I think that might be an error right here. It needs to be the initial state. So I don't think I'm ever really doing that. Let's try that return. Now, sure curves match. So here I'm redoing it. Why? I don't know because I have it here. So I'm just going to do this. There's no point in doing that twice. So if I got more than 3 points, let's go ahead and create some curves. It might not be smooth line position. It might actually be initial. Because what am I doing in here? Yeah, it's initial state length. So I think I need to use all the initial state, not the smooth line state. Right, last just so know that. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now smooth path. Right, how many smoothing sections, curves, segments? Go ahead. There, I think that's exactly it now. Let's try it and see. I might be wrong here. This is a lot of stuff to see, but I think that's definitely the way it needs to be. What else is going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I got another little line there somewhere. So, what's going on? There's a funny line right here. Okay, let's see here. Smooth line positions, we got some. Curves. Good. Smooth line position, we got a ton of them. A lot of them are at 0 though. Why? Why are there so many at 0? Something's going on in the loop somewhere. So far though, I got 5. I'm going to try something just for fun. In the, let me see here. Board view. I'm going to set this to blue. And I'm going to set the thickness to be thicker. Because I want to be able to see if it's going over it. Like, there might be a... Because I got 2 of them going there. Then they're both white. So let's see what that... Oh, there we go. That's the line. That's the line that's being drawn, the blue one. A little bit of a miss here, whatever that is. A little bit of a whoopsie doodle. It's not doing it here and that. Interesting. Could it be? Oh, I just thought of something. This here. Sections, it could be as many as I want. But this here, maybe if I tone that down a little bit. Could be just that. Who knows? Yeah, look. That's a little bit more smooth. That's a little bit more smooth. Now there's some weird spots. I don't think I set it to be dotted. It almost looks like it's dotted, isn't it? Like purposefully dotted. I don't think it's even possible for polyline to be dotted. Let's try doing this really low. But we could put like a ton of segments and see what happens. Okay, that's pretty good. So we could see basically what's happening here is there's the tangent is being made to do something. I think the tangent could also be influencing here where it wants to go somewhere, and it's kind of making a weird, but we could see because there's a change in direction here. So if I do, let me go back on that character. Oops. Back out a little bit. Oh, it's kind of screwing up my. See what it wants to do. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be like a bit of a setting here. Like if I do 0.8 or just 1 even, like I could easily overshoot and make it way too strong. Whoops. Now why did I do that? If I set this to 1, I select a character over here, right? And I start doing. See, I set it to 1, so it's a lot more strength to the curve. But there is another problem. And that all these other ones are at 0. Isn't that weird, eh? Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I'm just thinking. I'll have to keep playing with this and to see. But, you know, it's sort of the right direction. There are some weird more filters and checks I could do, which will change the initial states. See, right now what I'm doing is I'm inputting the initial state as the sequence of each hex that I'm going through. But I might want to do like the initial state is the first hex, and then the last hex of a straight line area, and then the next hex after the straight line at the end or something, right? And then maybe what I'm going to want to do is not actually put this one, but put this one, the one before, and the one after, so it'll be like a nicer curve. It'll omit this one. This one will be used in the pathfinding, but visually for the player, it'll be a nicer curve, you know? So that's what I'm thinking. Stuff like that. But right now, there's a weird, and will that get changed if I do, I don't know, 3? Right, let me go back here and, oh. If I back out a little bit. Look at that. It wants to do something else. What if I do 10? Oh, it's updating in real time? Okay. Why? I don't know. I really don't. Feels a little weird that it is, I would say. Okay, so there's a tangent issue, I would say. Oh, wow, numbers going higher. Yeah, so there's a bit of a tangent. Can I tone this one down? Will it update that? It will not update that. So I don't know why the other one gets updated. Oh, there, look, that kind of looks kind of cool. Like, you know. But yeah, I'm sort of getting there. But I need to have better control over those tangents and understand why all these are zeroed out right now. Yeah, pretty cool.